Biblical prophecy, most people think it's like reading tomorrow's newspaper, but what if the ancient art of interpretation is more like quantum mechanics than fortune telling?
Now that's an intriguing comparison. What led you to make that connection?
Well, I've been studying this fascinating example from Matthew's Gospel about the flight into Egypt, and it completely transforms how we think about prophecy. You know how Hosea wrote, "Out of Egypt I called my son"? Most people don't realize he wasn't even talking about Jesus when he wrote that.
Hmm. So you're saying these prophecies had multiple layers of meaning? That's pretty mind-bending.
Exactly right. And here's what's really fascinating. Matthew uses these prophecies, like Jeremiah's Rachel weeping for her children, in ways that would have shocked their original audiences. It's like he's seeing patterns that most people completely miss.
You know, that reminds me of how scientists often discover deeper patterns in nature that aren't obvious at first glance.
Oh my gosh, yes. And just like you wouldn't try to understand quantum entanglement without proper training, the text suggests we need guidance to understand these spiritual truths. It's actually pretty radical when you think about it.
So how does someone even begin to approach this kind of interpretation correctly?
Well, the text talks about this concept called metanoia. It's not just about intellectual understanding, but about experiencing this profound change of heart. Like, you need both the right teachers and the right spiritual disposition to really get it.
That's quite different from our modern just Google it approach to knowledge, isn't it?
Oh man, totally different. And here's what's wild. The text uses this amazing analogy comparing religious authorities to a throat rather than a head. It's suggesting they're meant to transmit truth, not create it. Like, you wouldn't go to Augustine to learn about communism, right?
Well, that's a relief. I was worried I'd have to read City of God to understand Marx.
But seriously though, this whole approach challenges our modern individualistic interpretation methods. It's suggesting that trying to figure everything out on our own might actually be limiting our understanding rather than expanding it.
That must ruffle some feathers in today's everyone's an expert culture.
Oh, for sure, but here's the thing. The text isn't calling for blind acceptance of authority. It's suggesting this balanced approach where we recognize our need for guidance while actively engaging with these truths. It's like having a master artist teach you to see details in a painting you'd never notice on your own.
That makes me wonder about the practical implications. How does this change how we approach spiritual text today?
Well, that's where it gets really interesting. The text suggests this isn't just academic, it has real consequences for our spiritual development. It's like learning a language, you need both proper instruction and immersion to really get it. And there's this sense of urgency about it too, this idea that we shouldn't delay in seeking this understanding.
Sounds like there's a lot more at stake than just getting the interpretation right.
Exactly, and here's what I find most compelling. It's suggesting that true understanding requires this combination of proper guidance, humble approach, and transformed heart. It's not just about knowing more, it's about becoming different through what we learn.
That's quite a profound way to think about interpretation and understanding.
And you know what? In our age of instant information and DIY spirituality, maybe this ancient wisdom about needing both guidance and transformation is exactly what we need to hear. It's not about limiting our understanding, it's about deepening it in ways we never imagined possible.